Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Now today I'm continuing my series of playing various historic decks for the upcoming qualifier, and today I'm playing Mardu Sack, and you're going to see me play in a small tournament run by the MTG Eternal Discord, 20-something people-ish, and no spoilers, but I might have won it. So make sure to watch the video all the way through to see that. And yeah, before we get into the deck tech, just want to real quick say I'm offering coaching right now for the upcoming qualifier. So if you want to play this deck or another deck like Kethis or Yogg, I mostly specialize in combo decks, but I know pretty much every deck in the metagame pretty well. And so if you want to take your game to the next level and kind of learn these decks better, then check out my Patreon. It's linked in the description. And I've got a tier for coaching. It's 25 per hour, and then $20 if you want 3 hours or more, which I think is pretty reasonable. It's less than coaching generally costs, but I'm not experienced, so I think that's a fair price. And also, just check out my Patreon in general. I'll have an article up on whatever deck I end up playing for the qualifier at least a couple days before, and honestly, it's looking like it might be this deck. This deck is performing really well for me right now. And make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and yeah, so let's get into that deck. Basically, this deck is a Goblin Bombardment deck. Now, I love this card, and actually last time as a host for a qualifier weekend, I played a Rakdos Bombardment deck because it crushed Wizards, and this time, it's kind of similar. Boros Aggro is the most played deck by so much, and this deck just destroys it because Goblin Bombardment is really good into just a bunch of small creatures. So Goblin Bombardment, I think, is honestly one of the most powerful cards in Historic. You sacrifice a creature to ping any target, and so basically the way we break this card is that we just have a ton of sack border and payoffs. So we've got 12 1-drops, 3 Shambling Ghast, and a Forsaken Miner, which you might be surprised I'm only running one Forsaken Miner since you can sack it to Bombardment and then pay 1 mana to get it back. But I found that this deck is so good when you have Bombardment in play that it doesn't actually really matter. And when you don't have Bombardment in play, then Forsaken Miner isn't great. So for that reason, it's only a 1 of, and we've got 3 Shambling Ghast and then 4 Goblin Trap Finder, which is a really powerful card. It's a little less good in this deck because I'm not running any 3-drops because I'm playing Lurrus, but I've still found it to be just a very solid card. And then Unlucky Witness, just a mainstay for a lot of sack decks. It basically like just sleight of hands you. The timing can be a little awkward, but it's still just an excellent card. And then as for 2-drops, we've got Playset of Ajani, which is the reason this deck is splashing white for the most part. This card is just so unbelievable. You've seen it in Boros Energy. You probably know how busted it is, but when you have a bunch of sack outlets to flip it, oh my god. And this deck is pretty good at floating the board, and it's just such an unbelievable card. Like, it's just 2 bodies for 2 mana, but then randomly you just this Planeswalker that can like, dome them for 6 or kill their creatures. It's a nutty card. I don't even think I've picked it up maybe once and never -4'd it. The 0 when you have red permanent is just so ridiculous. I also got to play the set of Marionette Apprentice, new card from Mage 3, and this card is really, really strong. So you get 2 bodies for 2 mana again, and this is this deck's win condition. Obviously, it can win without Marionette Apprentice, but with Marionette Apprentice, basically every creature you control deals 2 with Bombardment, 1 because you sack it, and then 1 because of Marionette. And so you can burn your opponent out from a pretty high life total with one of these, and then you've got 2 or more, and things get really out of control. But the fact that it just comes with 2 bodies, it's just such a solid card, and then can randomly burn out your opponent. So, excellent card. You're basically never putting the counter on itself. It's almost always going to be just making a 1/1. Now, as for other sack outlets, we've got 2 Village Rights and 4 Deadly Disputes. This kind of effect is really powerful, especially since we're also running stuff like Claim the Firstborn. And so this can flip a Johnny even at instant speed to like save it from removal. A Deadly Dispute is like completely absurd because you can also sack artifacts, so you can like chain disputes together, and the treasure triggers the marionette as well. But I wanted a couple of Village Rights to fill this out because when we're running a Lurrus deck, we've got a little less top end, a little less late game, so having some more cards really helps in that regard. And we've also got a pair of Chthonian Nightmare, which this card is kind of like a backup Bombardment. It's another 2-mana enchantment that provides value over time, and not quite as good generally, but still a really strong card, really good with Ajani because you can like loop Ajani, steal your opponent a bunch of damage. You've got red permanents, and getting back like a Marionette Apprentice or just using it as like a 2-mana draw card over and over and over with Unlucky Witness. A pretty powerful card. Also, if you get to a late game, it's kind of unbelievable with Lurrus if you're looping it with Lurrus. You can even go like Lurrus replay it and then If your Lurus dies, you can use the Chthonian Nightmare to get the Lurus back. So you can set up some really nice value loops there in grindier matchups. And I've also got 2 Red of Oblivion, just a kind of catch-all answer to a lot of things. That's also a sack outlet. Because like this deck has a ton of sack fodder, so the downside of sacrificing is kind of mitigated, but also sometimes it's an upside. Having more sack outlets for like Claim the Firstborn, for example, is pretty important. And this can just hit anything. Like it can hit hate pieces post board. It can hit Planeswalkers like Teferi. It can hit artifacts, enchantments. It can take a savior bombardment from a prison or whatever, like the energy card. So static prison. So really, this card's so flexible, and then just using it as a 2 mana killer creature also pretty good. You can sack Fetters, you can sack Forsaken Mind. Like it's just a really really versatile card, and it's just a nice option when you're playing white. And actually, speaking of interaction, we've also got 2 Claim the Firstborn and 2 Fatal Push. I gotta mix in these in the main deck since sometimes like Claim can be awkward if you don't have a sack outlet, or if you're like gonna kill something on turn 1, you can't really Claim the Firstborn it because you won't have mana for a sack outlet. But you can usually Claim the Firstborn on turn 2 with Phyrexian Tower or Village Rites, or on turn 3 with Bombardment and Dispute. Turn 3 it's pretty easy to have access to a sack outlet, and then Fatal Push just a catch-all answer. A lot of Boros currently in the metagame, and I don't want too much removal in the main deck because we've already got Bombardment, which is basically removal, and this deck is really good into creature decks, but just having little to ensure that you don't get run over by like an Ocelot Pride, or you can answer creatures out of mono green, stuff like that is pretty important. So I like having a couple of these. Now in the mana base, we're running 22 lands, which seems like a lot, especially for a Lurus deck, but this deck really needs to hit its land drops. It's pretty mana hungry, and I'm running 10 fast lands. Just the color requirements with this deck are really tricky. The fast lands can be really awkward in the later game because this deck does often want to play a later game, and having a bunch of tap lands is awkward. But also, like, the mana base is already really painful. So running more shock lands along with the mana confluence also has like a real downside when you're playing against stuff like Boros or whatever, with like that can bring out like Phages and Lightning Helixes and unstable ambient and whatnot. So mana base definitely one of the weaker parts of this deck, but it just needs its colors, and so it's kind of a necessary evil. And we've got 2 Phyrexian Tower in the mana base, which is like basically only utility land aside from the 2 MH2, the MH1 rather, the MH1 pain lands. Anyway, Phyrexian Tower, really, really powerful in this deck. We have a ton of creatures to sack to it, and it's also like a sack outlet for Claim the Firstborn if you need that kind of thing. I've seen a lot of this, like, sack lists run one of these, sack and just run one of these, but I found it to be so good in this deck that I just want 2, and that helps justify the 22nd land. And onto the sideboard, we've got some interaction for control decks. We've got Thoughtseizes and Juggernaut Peddlers. Juggernaut Peddler is really strong because it's a creature, but also like is hand disruption. So it doesn't dilute the deck as much because you can still sacrifice it and attack with it and whatnot, but still provides like the same level of disruption as Thoughtseize. And then I just want a little bit more of the effect because this deck's more difficult matchups tend to be control decks because your bombardments are less good when you can only go face with them and stuff like that. So I want a little bit more sideboard hate for that matchup. And then we've got a little bit more removal, 1 more Fatal Push, 1 more Claim the Firstborn. The numbers here are tweakable based on the metagame. And we've got some graveyard hate, got a one of Surgical Extraction and a one of Unlicensed Stars. First, I like because it can just come in against a control deck and answer Flage and stuff like that. We've got a one of Croxa for the grindy matchup. We've got 2 Molten Collapses. I found this card to be really good for A, killing Pithing Needle, and B, against Boros Energy, can also hit like Static Prison plus a creature. Not having fetch lands does make this card a lot worse, but I still find it to be solid, and killing Pithing Needle is something that is really, really relevant, because if they Pithing Needle bombardment, that can be a huge issue. It used to be even more of an issue for this deck, back with the regular version before you had stuff like a Johnny and Chthonian Nightmare to grind with, but it's still not great to have your bombardment Pithing Needled, though of course Rite of Oblivion also helps in that regard. And we've got a one of Brother's End, just a Wrath that can also hit a Pithing Needle, go into Boros. Sideboard, I'm pretty happy with where the main deck is right now, but the sideboard is, there's a lot of options, and sideboard with the deck is kind of tricky because you don't want to overboard, so I definitely could see tweaking that before the qualifier. But the main deck I'm pretty happy with. I don't know if there's much I'd change other than I do want to maybe try out Amp Raptors, but I have somewhat low expectations for that. Anyway, let's get into the gameplay, though. I've already played the gameplay. I already know what happens, but you will too in just a second. All right, welcome to match number 1, round 1 here. And our opponent, this is open deck list. We're on Mardu Sack. Our opponent is on a pre-stock Boros energy list. They've got some Philias. They're on the Giganta version. Yeah, so they've got Fables and Philias and Flages and stuff. All the stuff you would expect. Alright, this is a pretty solid hand. We get to start off with Fatal Push, so we can't get run over by an Ocelot Pride. And then we have Bombardment. It looks like our opponent doesn't actually have any bombardments, which makes this matchup much, much easier. And yeah, we're just going to Fatal Push the Ocelot Pride. I don't have a reason not to main phase this, I don't think. Yeah, so I'll let them maybe do something pre-combat if they feel like it. But yeah, they're just going to go to attack, and I'm going to Fatal Push it. Get that out of the way. Despite, this deck being full of one-drops, only Shambling Ghast actually stops Ocelot Pride on turn 1. Alright, Forsaken Miner isn't bad here because we have the Bombardment. I think I'm going to lead on the Marionette, though. Just, to ensure that God of Souls can't attack on the ground, and, deny them the information that I have it as well. Not irrelevant as a consideration. It's Fable. Fable is totally fine here. I'm actually pretty happy to see it because it's kind of non-threatening. And I think I'm going to go for a Bombardment. And I'm just checking the Blood Crypt because it was going to get shocked in at some point anyway. I have so many ways to spend my mana. And an Unlucky Witness. And I think I'm going to kill the God of Souls. I'm going to have to kill it pre-combat anyway, so I'll be taking 2 of the Shaman. So I'd rather do it before they could flash an Ophelia for more energy. It's awkward if they have a second, but I think I'll end up doing this anyway, so think about ooh, Johnny's great. Johnny's the reason we're splashing one in this deck. It's such a busted card. And we're just gonna be able to flip it immediately once we cast it next turn, which is going to be excellent. Of course, it does come up with a little bit heads up for opponent, a bit of a warning since they can see it coming, but that should be fine. Discard Flage and Lightning Helix, which makes sense. None of my individual creatures are going to be very good to kill. Oh, they take the Bombardment. That part's kind of annoying. One of the reasons why I didn't want to play it first. They only have, I think, 2 static prisons in the main, so I was hoping that we'd be able to dodge it, but here we are. And they're not far off Flayed either. Stable Amulet. So yeah, they're not running out of energy for a while, unfortunately, it seems. Got their own Ajani. Yup. Well, now this is looking less good. I need to actually draw something. Yeah, I think I can't afford to play the Ajani. I'm just gonna play an Unlucky Witness and to draw some cards. I mean, we get to see 4 cards here, so hopefully we can find something good. We can. All right, don't mind that. I think I don't really want to Deadly Dispute the Marionette, so I'll just play Trap Finder and Shambling Ghast. Well, I'll play the Shambling Ghast. Maybe it's better to play the Forsaken Miner because it can attack. But I'll want to block the Shaman. And it's probably not going to be able to attack through the Ajani anyway, so I think it's probably better. And unfortunately, our mana base is really painful here, so kind of putting a strain on our life total, especially since we're going to be tapping these mana confluences over and over again. Yeah, opponents on 4 Lightning Helix, I assume, as a consideration for the mirror, but that's just a lot of burn that we need to be worried about. With the Flages as well, and the Unstable Amulet. But we should be able to tear through their board pretty efficiently here. Let's go Galvanic Discharge, sure. So yeah, if they attack with a Shaman, we're just gonna double block, because it's basically the same as attacking 2 creatures of bombardment to kill it. And then hopefully we can find something good off the Trap Finder. Surprised if opponent tries to kill something here. Yeah, so we'll grab a treasure. No sense in letting them flip the Ajani. Treasure is pretty valuable if we can find some gas. Alright, Deadly Dispute. So I could sack the treasure. That's probably the way to go, right? I could also sack the Shambling Gas. Well, I could just play Bombardment. I play Bombardment. I have 4 mana to work with, so I can ping down the Reflections, ping down the Ajani, block the cat. That's probably optimal, actually. Yeah, I just don't want to take damage from them attacking. Uh, we'll get in here for one, see what my opponent does. Unfortunately, they will be able to cast Flage, but if that's their entire turn, then we might be able to kill them. I just don't think I can let the Ajani hit me, and then, why do they have priority? Yeah, so basically I can use the Mana Confluence and Treasure to ping down these 3 creatures, because Forsaken Miner will trigger and I'll be able to return it to the battlefield. Actually, yeah, no, only the Johnny. So I'll be taking 2 off the cat. No, sorry, what am I talking about? I didn't miscount. I have the treasure. So I don't actually need to kill the cat right now. The awkward part is that if I actually go through with killing the cat, then oh, are they gonna Galvanic Discharge their own cat? Well, no, I don't like this play. Uh, the downside is that now I need to draw a creature. If I draw land, I can't actually sack anything. This dispute can't sack anything to the bombardment. But most of our deck is creatures. Like we're what, like 60% to find what we need, or 70. Yeah, 60%. The Flage was coming back basically no matter what. So we're going to 6 here. Ocelot Pride. Oh wait, what? That means they're not. Why didn't they get back Flage? Oh wait, Claim the Firstborn is huge here because we can take the Flage. All right, so let's see. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to claim the Ocelot Pride because I mean, I can sack it, but then I have to worry about the Flage. I think I would much rather just claim the Firstborn the Flage. So I'll just save it for that. Hopefully they don't go for the Giganta. I mean, it's gotta be so tempting for them to cast Flage. Like, surely. Come on. Really? Do they? That's so weird. I mean, maybe they are playing around Claim the Firstborn, but I mean, clearly I didn't have it before. Alright, Unlucky Witness is good. Uh, and I'm actually just not gonna sack to the Deadly Dispute. I'm gonna commit a crime to get the Forsaken Miner back. Oh, a Johnny? Yes, please. And then we're just gonna go ahead and sack the cat. Take action. And hit our opponent for a cheeky 3 damage. Or 2 damage, anyway. Yeah, so this has got to force them to play the Flage now to kill the Ajani. And then they go to 14, I claim it. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage after I throw everything at them. And they lost a life to the land. Yeah, they don't quite kill me. I go to 4 here if they want to go after me, but they're going to kill the Ajani. Yep. I had to offer them some nice bait to make that play. And this is game. This is actually just lethal. No bombardments required. All right, nice. So that was game 1. This matchup is like good. That's kind of the reason to play this deck, is it just beats Sporos. So we're bringing in some more removal, and we're gonna cut Rite of Oblivion and 1 Chthonian Nightmare. Our grindy pieces aren't as good here. We also want Molten Collapses, and I think we can cut the Forsaken Miner, because it's only good if we have Bombardment, and we're already winning if we have Bombardment, and it's less about, like, grinding them out post-board. I think this is fine. Rite of Oblivion is just a little slow. Oh, what are they boarding in? Brotherhood's End, Invasion of Gobin Khan, Giganta. They have 2 Pithing Needle, but we have the Molten Collapses, 2 Vortexes, 2 Static Prisons. Uh, Maybe we want a Rite of Oblivion because of Pithing Needle. Could go down like a Trap Finder for a. Maybe I want the Chthonian Nightmare just to be able to grind more. I think I actually like that more. And yeah, we'll run it like that. Yeah. Yeah, I expect to see Pithing Needle probably more static presence. So we can rely less on the bombardment, but we have answers. Well, can't keep this, it's a one lander. Can't keep this. Because then a Nightmare is going to be solid hero, so we can trade off creatures in combat, ideally. Yeah, that's fine. If they want to spend their Galvanic Discharge killing the only Witness, I was totally fine with that because I want creatures in the graveyard for Chthonian Nightmare. If I didn't want that, I could have played the Trap Finder, but... Interesting. So, I need a land, but then I can go, like, claim the first one into Chthonian Nightmare, which seems pretty good. So I probably will just trade with the cat, which is not generally a play you want to make because it lets them flip the Ajani, but I need to hit my land drop, and I can claim the cat from the Ajani and use it to attack down the Ajani. Hopefully they don't have a red permanent, but I mean, it's somewhat likely that they do. They could have like a Fable or really anything, right? Like Fable and Stable Amulet, Amped Raptor, etc. If they're activating right away, what they do here? Yeah, interesting. Sure, that's fine. Okay, well, in this case, I'm just going to grab the cat, start swinging. We have an interesting decision here. We can wear the Chthonian Nightmare and get back the Unlucky Witness, or we can just Village Rites. Kind of prefer Village Rites, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'll let this happen. I need to be able to sack the cat and maybe hit something off the witness that I want to do. Yeah, so I think I'll play the land. So I'll just Village Rites. Unfortunate to miss out on the Ajani, but uh, uh Black play Blackleaf to have a Fatal Push. I could play Spine Vantage to have another land in hand. I think I want to play the Vantage. Oop, I'm back. Had to handle something on my end. What do I do here? This is really kind of progressed pretty awkwardly. I think I have to just Molten Collapse the Ajani. Unfortunately, we can't turn on Sten, which is, I don't know. I don't want to run Prismatic Vista in this deck, but maybe that's a reason too. Because we can't just let them keep getting value. Don't have better options. Yeah. I don't like it, but I think it's necessary. Oh, I'll probably fatal push something just to spend our mana. I have infinite energy with a static presence, so we're not getting back our poor trap finder anytime soon, but at least it's, draining their energy a bit. Oh, and I don't mind seeing that, them stacking Sunbreak Canyon better than them playing spells. I'll kill the cat. In case they haven't a John either, cats are probably better. Amtopter has first strike, but um make the only play we have available. They can't on response, then that's kind of fine, because hopefully I can find something off it. You know what? Yeah, that counts. And I won't even bother with the trap finder. I just want to get the amp trapper off the board. Alright, and then what am I getting back? Probably an unlucky witness, because that's literally the only creature in my graveyard, but for some reason I have like 15 of them. Okay. And we'll just go ahead for go in for a black leave and pass the turn. Yeah, so we can get a lot of value with this Chthonian. And post-board games do kind of often end up in somewhat of a board stall, which is why I decided to bring it in. Johnny. Well, that's so insane here. I mean, Johnny's always just the nuts. That card's so crazy. So we're gonna sack the cat, get back the witness, and then that flips the Ajani, and we shall use the flip to Johnny, make a cat, kill their creature, and I don't want to take a bunch of damage to Chthonian Nightmare again, especially since we'd lose out on value from the Unlike Witness trigger, or we could just get it down and expose it to a static prison or something like that, so I don't like either of those, and it would cost a bunch of life, which is relevant here, because at this point, they're going to be, they're going to have some difficulty attacking on the ground, but burning us out is still a real possibility thanks to Phlages and Lightning Helix, stuff like that. So now they have two static prisons going, so that's a really significant tax on their energy. Let me go for a Chthonian Nightmare and start drawing cards, I suppose. I just loop through these Unlucky Witnesses. So basically for 2 mana, I get an Unlucky Witness trigger without anything else going, really. And I think what I want to do is just Shambling Gust, Chthonian Nightmare. I'll Fatal Push the Ajani. And Shambling Gast, kill the cat, and then start swinging. Because I don't want to get this game over with eventually. I do want to kind of pressure them. Obviously, like I think as the game progresses, I do pull further and further ahead, especially since they don't have Blage. So, and these static prisons are going to slowly tick down. In fact, they might like, sacrifice. Opponent scoops it up. Yeah, they were in a pretty tough spot there. I assume they just drew a land for turn. But these static prisons are going to keep ticking down. It was reasonable to even like give me back the trap finder just so they could hold on to the Ajani longer because that would just be lights out. So yeah, we just grinding them out. On to the next one. Alright, round number 2 here is against Rakdos Vampires. And we are going to be keeping this hand for sure. It's pretty good. So, what I'm playing against is a weird Sorn Vamps list. They got some sacrifice sub-themes with like Bloodghast and Meathead Massacres and stuff. But no bombardments and a playset of Boulder and Thrill Seekers. Alongside, of course, Varvain Repair Force or an Imperious Bloodlord. And some interaction spells, so really a pretty weird deck. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Getting our Dispute Dossiers is really unfortunate. Kind of relying on it. This hand doesn't do a ton without it quite yet, but we have 2 Phyrexian Towers and 2 Red of Oblivions and 3 more Deadly Disputes and 2 Chthonian Nightmares and 2 Village Rites and, plenty of sack outlets. There we go. And we get in with the Trap Finder for 1. And what can my opponent be holding up? Like a Fatal Push or something like that? So I could just go for the Ajani. What are my other options? I don't like any of them more because they all require burning the Village Rites or wasting mana. So would not be surprised to see a Fatal Push here. I think that's most likely what my opponent's holding up. Yeah, and then I just gotta pray for no Storm Vein Ripper, because if they don't have it, then I mean they can't really play any creatures because of Claim of Firstborn, or maybe they can because I don't know how to do the Village Rights, but if they do have it, then it's going to be extremely difficult to proceed from here. All right, it's just a Fable. That's excellent. Yeah. So now we even get a treasure from this. Now things are looking good. And in fact, I think I'm actually just going to sacrifice to the Phyrexian Tower so I can get down the creatures in hand. Um, I'll just do this now. And actually, I'll just play the Unlucky Witness now, because it'll die on my end step, and then I'll get the cards on my next turn. And I'd rather get the cards now. Those are both pretty good. So they can't go for Storm Vein Ripper. They'll just exile it. I mean, maybe there's an argument to just going Trap Finder, because next turn I can play Unlucky Witness and then sack it to Phyrexian Tower. But I might want to sack like the Trap Finder to Phyrexian Tower or something like that. So that was the reasoning. I mean, here I could just go Chthonian Nightmare, get back a Johnny, sack the cat, flip it, get down a Trap Finder for red permanent, hit them for like 5, attack them for 3 more. Like, I don't know, if I don't have to play this right, if I build Oblivion, then I'm gonna be in a pretty good spot. Alright, just a Bloodtide Harvester. That's fine. That is a-okay. Oh, Fatal Push. I could just Fatal Push it. Let's see, what do I want to do? So I can go Chthonian Nightmare, sack the Shambling Gas, make a treasure, get back a Johnny. And then what'll I do? If I have a Fatal Push, I'll just kill it in response to the cat, and I can Fatal Push the second cat if I have one. That seems reasonable, so I think I'm just gonna attack for 2. I would be surprised if they traded off here. Well, not that surprised, actually. They're kind of forced to. Yeah. So, I think, yeah, this is fine. Because if they kill the Ajani, then I can just Nightmare it again. Just, like, letting them have Blood Tithes when they can go, like, Storm Vein Ripper and then get some triggers doesn't seem great. I think I like making that trade. Let's get the Shambling Ghast sacrificed. Could have also attacked with the Ghast, maybe, but I feel like they block it, make me kill it. I lose out on the treasure. Don't love that. Yeah, we'll see. I would assume that we see your opponent kill it here, then I shock the Sacred Foundry, play the Trap Binder, do it again. Nope, okay. That works too. So, what do we want to do? Oh, they just go. Alright, yeah, that works. They were pretty far behind there, to be fair. Alright, so, what are they gonna board in? They have, like, a bunch of surgical extractions and Brotherhood's End and Extinction Event and Massacres. So, what's bad? I think Fatal Push is bad. Claim I don't mind. I think I'll cut maybe, well, if I'm saying minor, it's fine. So Claim is good, I think, because they have a lot of random creatures. It's not amazing, actually. It's just fine. But I want Thought Thesis because of Storm Vein Ripper. And then, or maybe I don't want Thought Thesis. Maybe I just want, Peddlers. Do I want Graveyard Hate against Bloodcast? I don't think so. It's just, like, seems so terrible. Like, I could go down maybe, like, a Shambling Ghast for a 3rd. Peddler, I don't want to overboard on them, because they are still just, like, a grindy deck with redundancy. I just don't want to get Storm Vein Ripper on 3. Yeah, I don't think Fatal Push is good. I think Claim is fine. Don't want to bring in Molten Collapse, because it misses most things. I think Red of Oblivion is better on rate. Maybe I do want, like, 1 Molten Collapse, so just to have a couple more answers. Yeah, that's probably fine. It's just, like, literally a dread board here, which is obviously a little suboptimal. Like, I don't think there's any cards that are actively bad is the thing. I think we just run it like this. We have like some hand disruption and some removal, so we can get through a Storm Rain Ripper, and we can answer with like an Ajani or stuff like that. It's mostly if they just go like disruption into turn 3, Storm Rain Ripper is going to be an issue. Yeah, definitely keeping this one. This looks pretty solid. Go turn 1 Unlucky Witness, turn 2 Ajani, turn 3 start Nightmaring it up. They probably killed the Ajani. Alright, Inquisition, sure. I mean, that's kind of another reason why just boarding in like Infinite Disruption isn't great, is they'll just... Their cards are better if we're trading 1 for 1, and they have a bunch of like hand disruption stuff, so... I can't just like fully play that kind of game. Because I do need to actually be synergizing. Yeah, I think I'll just play the Marionette here. And then next turn I can play the Ajani and hold up Phyrexian Tower, so they can't actually kill Ajani because I'll just flip it in response, and then I'll just pass holding up the Phyrexian Tower. Or I could play Ajani and flip it. That doesn't quite kill Storm Vapor. Also because I would need to sack a creature. Oh, no land. Well, this looks pretty easy then. Like, I don't think this is going to be too difficult of a game to win, though. On the other hand, if they kept a one-lander, there's a decent chance that it's... Or a two-lander. It's just a decent chance because it was a good hand otherwise. So maybe this is actually a signal that they do have Storm Vein Ripper. Oh, I should have played the Phyrexian Tower. Well, I guess I could kill it in response to the... Yeah, I guess it doesn't actually matter. And so then I'll just play the Inspiring Vantage. Yeah, I don't know. I could have sacked it to the Phyrexian Tower and then cast Deadly Dispute, sacrificing the Unlike Witness. But I think I want to just like... Oh, come on. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh. Well, punish for not playing the Phyrexian Tower, I suppose. But that could have been worse. We found a Bombardment. That's nice. Oh, that's perfect. So I'll just play the Bombardment before I lose it and the Marionette, and hopefully they can't answer both out, so I can start disputing, drawing some cards. Yeah, like in theory, a Wrath is good for them there, but actually our board was built with like not that many creatures, and we drew a card, so not too upset by that. The punish for not playing the Phyrexian Tower, but at that point, I think it's probably fine to just get down the Vantage. They don't have that many Brotherhood Ends. Actually, they kind of do. Maybe that was wrong. Okay, another one. I mean, I'll just bring Luris to hand. Like, that's fine. Now I'm pretty confident they don't have a Storm Vader because they definitely would have played it if they had it there. Oh, and we actually have an answer now, which is comforting. Though it's actually not a great answer because we need to go like Luris and then sack it, or let them have it for a turn. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. It's fine. I'll just sack the Silent Clearing here. Draw a card. Dig for some action. Just need like any creature here. And most of our spells are creatures. Oh. Wow. Okay, so that's like literally some of the only spells in our deck that aren't creatures. Or don't make creatures. Like, not even Claim First Merge, both enchantments. Well, if we ever find a creature, then we're just taking the value train and going. Sure, Thrill Seeker is fine. This card seems so bad. I don't know why they're running it without Cauldron. There we go. So Trap Finder. Do I want to just Nightmare back the Ajani? I think I do. I Nightmare back Ajani, sack the cat, make... Yeah. I think I want to... Actually, yeah, I don't need to tap anything. It's already in play, so this is actually just perfect. So we'll see what the Trap Finder hits. And then I think I can actually just go, like, Nightmare, sack the cat, get back Marionette, and I can kill them, probably. At this point, I want to get down the Trap Finder, so I don't want the Phyrexian Tower. Or do... No, wait, I could just play the Trap Finder and sack it. And then this way I get the trigger. Yeah. 1, 2. Marionette. And this is... I think this is lethal. Right? This deals 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So, maybe I should have just played the Trap Finder afterwards. I guess I had deterministic lethal no matter what, so it doesn't actually matter. But if I play it afterwards, I can't play what I get off it, but I get the trigger with the Marionette in play. Anyway, we'll take that. 2-0, so I think one more and we can just ID into top 8. Well, See you in a second. All right, round number 3 against mono green, and starting off with a mulligan here. Looks like a pretty stock mono green list with I'm gonna keep this bottom Vexing Tower. No red mana, but that's okay. Go flip a Johnny on 3. Pretty stock mono green, no Karn. It's the like storm version. Second Johnny doesn't do a ton here. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Actually no. Second Johnny is kind of reasonable, I guess. Scratch that. Kiora. Let's see. What do I want to do here? So I think I want to try to kill the Kiora. What I want to do is I can attack Kiora for 3. Phyrexian Tower, flip the Johnny, play the newer Johnny, Deadly Dispute the cat, or I could just Deadly Dispute the cat and I'll play the second Johnny. No, I don't want to. It's a May. I want to get a red permanent down. That could be Unlucky Witness. So I want 4 creatures in play to kill the Kiora. And I'm definitely attacking. Is that possible? I need 3 creatures. So I can Deadly Dispute. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can Phyrexian Tower up to 4 mana. A Johnny, but then I need to sack a cat. That'd be a treasure, so that'd be 1, 2, 3. That works, I think. So, yeah. I think this should work. I really hope it does anyway. Yeah, new Johnny. So that's 2 creatures. Well, no, I'm gonna sack 1 to make that treasure. No, I guess this doesn't work. Alright, I'll kill the Llanowar Elves. This is fine. I think this is still my best line. This is just play draw difference. Like imagine if I was on the draw, I'd be losing this game so badly. It's insane. But now I actually think I'm in a pretty good spot because I could just kill the Kiora next turn, kill whatever creature they play, and I'm just gonna out tempo them and kill them with this Johnny pretty quick. Unconsidered, sure. Yeah, like I don't think I have any haste damage coming this turn, so I just kill the Kiora. And I think I'm going to play Forsaken Miner. Deal my opponent 5. And then sack the Unlucky Witness and see what I can get going. And what I can get going is a red source, that's fine. So I'll sack the Forsaken Miner now, I suppose. Just to see if I can find something good to cast like a Marionette. So I'll play the Marionette, and then I'll just sack the treasure to get a Trapfire into play right away. So I can attack for more next turn, and they're super dead next turn, because I could just hit them for like 8 with the Ajani, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 or 8. And then Village Rites to get a haste creature off the Trap Finder, Fatal Push, whatever they play. They're going to be extremely dead. Like, they don't have a Leyline or anything, so they don't have any devotion, so they can't really do anything too relevant this turn. So yeah. Played Rodif. Alright, I mean that was pretty good. Post board, I mean, I don't want to do this. They don't have any Utopia spells for some reason, which is really surprising. I think this is literally just copied from Pioneer, like card for card. Like there aren't any historic cards in here. But that means that I'm happier bringing in removal. Do I want Molten Collapse? I mean, Molten Collapse, given that they don't have Utopia Sprawl, isn't actually that good. Rite of Oblivion. Maybe it's better than Rite of Oblivion? No, Rite of Oblivion, exiling Old Growth Troll, stuff like that seems reasonable. I want to board out the Chthonian Nightmares. Seems a little slow. Same with the Forsaken Miner, probably. And then I can maybe go down like 1 Rite of Oblivion. Or maybe I go down a Unlucky Witness. Yeah, else I want to bring in. Like, I could bring in Juggernaut Peddlers. Maybe that's good, actually. Maybe I just want 4 Peddlers. Just go really heavy on the Disruption, cut like a Shambling Gas, cut a Claim the Firstborn, cut a Rite of Oblivion, cut a second Unlucky Witness, cut a Trap Finder, actually. Just kind of trimming across the board. Not entirely sure. I haven't played this matchup a ton because Monarch doesn't really see play too much, but I don't think I want Brotherhood's End. And yeah, what are they gonna be boarding in? Probably like pick your poisons and hearses, maybe. Maybe Gargaroths. Oh, Gargaroth. Maybe mean, maybe claim is good though. No, I guess I can. I mean, on the draw claim is worse because it doesn't answer Dorks. Maybe I do want the Red of Oblivions. I cut like. Maybe I only want 3 Peddler. Yeah, we can run like this. Maybe I was supposed to get a Village Raid or something. I don't know. There's everything is like solid but unexciting. Sideboarding against Mono Green is always like really difficult because like all of the disruption is good, but also you need to be able to enact your own game plan. This hand is fine. It's not great because I can't answer a Dork, but I can answer it next turn, which is helpful. Yeah, so I'll just get down to Trap Finder. That means I'll be able to play only the Marionette Apprentice though, which is kind of annoying. Railblazer, huh? Yeah, I think I'm supposed to just go for a Peddler. Am I? I could go for a Johnny. No, but I'm gonna be sacking something else to the Phyrexian Tower anyway. I think I'm best off just going for a Peddler, and then I can try to like leave him with a Kiora that I can attack. Oh, I'll definitely just take the Ulvenwald, yeah. So downside of Peddler is that giving them a 5/3 is actually reasonable, but I'll claim the Outcast Trailblazer, play the Ajani, and sack the Trailblazer, and then they won't have much card draw. I could just block down the Juggernaut and flip the Ajani, because it has to attack, which is actually good for me in this case. So yeah, I think we want to attack for 4. Don't really see a reason to suicide the Peddler. They take it, of course. And I'll just play a. No, 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 no. Oh my god, why did I leave it to auto tapper? I forgot that it wouldn't sack it. Phyrexian tap. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my god, that's so bad. Oh, I can't even block the trap finder because I want a red permanent, so I don't want to leave them with the Juggernaut. I'll just double block it because it's gonna attack a Johnny in the future. It just doesn't seem good to let that happen. Oh, I guess I could do that. Wait, I don't even. Well, I have a second of Johnny, so actually, and a Phyrexian Tower. So actually, that's just a bad play, I think. And in fact, I think I want to just play the Marionette and then sack the cat and then play the Johnny. 1/1. Rather than Legend ruling a Johnny, because then I'll have a second of Johnny, which can actually just like kill them if I flip it. Like I can go like a Johnny, deal them a bunch, flip the other Johnny, kill them next turn. Actually, I'm fairly gonna do that fairly easily. Oh, I should have killed the Trailblazer. Actually, I don't know why I went face. That was stupid. Now they could storm off. This makes like killing them a lot easier next turn, but if they can find another Nicholas here, we kind of lose. And Trailblazer makes that more likely, though it seems like they might have missed. They got a tap land, so they definitely missed, right? Like, if they had a Nykthos, they probably should have drawn first. They have more efficient. No, they have a Nykthos. How did they get the second? Did they not hit another land? Oh, I guess they hit only tap lands. Alright, well, not another Nykthos, please. Okay, they whiffed. Yeah, yeah. So definitely should have killed the Trailblazer, which would have denied them, like, 2 mana. So they would have been. I don't know, it wouldn't even made that much of a difference if they hit the Nykthos. But that was bad, and we're not going to get punished for it. I was just on autopilot because I was so tilted about the Phyrexian Tower. I think they should attack just because it requires me to throw a lot of toughness in front of it. But yeah, let's scoop it up. Yeah, we had lethal there actually in like a lot of different ways. Well, that was really quick, and we're basically locked for topping now because we can draw in. Okay, so should have sacked the outcast to Phyrexian Tower, and then I was so tilted because of that I forgot that I needed to target it with the Ajani because I was worried about like hitting my opponent and talking about how I was going to kill them. Should have just hit the Trailblazer because they were dead next turn no matter what anyway. But not punished. So yeah, on to the top 8 or maybe round 4 if I don't end up splitting. I'll let you know. All right, round 4 here. My opponent did not want to draw despite us both being 3-0 and a draw locking us for top 8. So I did my best to explain, and I don't think they fully understand the tournament structure, but it's fine. They're on Jeskai control the stifle version. which is going to be a whole lot of fun to play against. They've got like a bunch of Wraths, and Divine Purges, and Wrath of the Skies, and stuff like that, and Null Drifters, and Strict Truckers, and Flages, and Thralls, and all these fun cards. So, yeah, I think we just want to lead here on a red 1-drop, so I think I'll just go for a... Let's see, they have any destroy removal spells? I think I'll just lead on the Unlucky Witness, and then I'll start jamming Marionettes. A little unfortunate, but even at 3-1-1, I still should be locked for top 8, so it's not a big deal, even if I lose. And if I win, of course, then I'm obviously locked. But, yeah. I had an RCQ. We'd be drawing right now, but it is what it is. Quick Proctor, yeah, that's kind of annoying. That makes our Marionette a lot worse. I'll attack with the Unlucky Witness. I would kind of like to kill it and see if we can find a better play. Let's see what we've got. Alright, well, we bricked. It's really unfortunate, because Italy would have been really good next turn, but it is what it is. I guess we'll just jam some more 1-drops. Yeah, we're pretty dead here, I'm not gonna lie. Not to, like, throw in the towel already, but this is a bad position. Oh, that's helpful. So if they block, we can just Fatal Push the Flage. We don't block. Well, that's not good. They'll probably kill one of our creatures with Flage, though, so... I don't even want to play the Marionette, to be honest. It saves us some life, and... Please just target a creature. Oh my god. Okay, I mean, I guess we could have, like, sacked the Sunmake Canyon, but... That seems terrible. I'm just killing the Strike Proctor. Yeah, this matchup seems really bad. I don't see this deck being played much, but especially game 1. I mean, Blade is really bad into Claim the Firstborn, but other than that, like... I don't even know, like... I play the Marionette, which costs me like 15 billion life. I can't even pay, because I'll go to 3 and die to the Flage, so... Yeah, I guess I should have just played Advantage in that case, so I wasn't even tapping the lands. Flage goes face again. Yeah. So we go to 1 here, so we can't tap half our lands. Yeah, I'm just gonna scoop. So in terms of sideboarding, we want the Peddlers, we want the Croaks, we want the Thoughtseizes. I kind of want to just max out on claims, cut the Fatal Pushes, go down some Shambling Ghast in the Forsaken Mine because they have a ton of Exile and a Trap Finder. And Rite of Oblivions. Claim seems really good into Flage, and it kills the Null Drifter and Storekeeper Thralls if we can sack it. So that seems better than Fatal Pushes. I mean, claiming a Flage just seems so insane. And they have Containment Priest post board, which I don't actually think are very good against us, and Rest in Pieces, which are good, but we can like try to Thoughtseize them or something like that. But yeah, it's mostly I just don't really want to have Rite of Oblivions post board, and I have Teferis. Maybe I want like one. What do I cut? Like a second Trap Finder. Yeah, this seems fine. Croaks seems excellent because if they play a Strict Proctor, just jam it. Though of course they're pretty good at killing random dorks, so it's not even that. It's kind of like, I mean, it's like low risk, but also unlikely to work. I would say. Yeah, I think they're boarding in. I mean, what does Contained Priest do against us? No, would not be surprised if they boarded it in, but I don't actually think it does a ton against us. Sun Cleanser doesn't do anything against. They have 2 Rest in Pieces and 2 Fragment Realities. Fragment Reality, I love the full playset post board. It's really good at exiling our bombardments and stuff. And then they have more Wrath, another Divine Purge, another Supreme Verdict, and a March of Otherworldly Light. So I have a lot of ways to answer enchantments. But other than that, I mean, I don't think they're bringing in Veto. I would expect to see them cut, I don't know, some of their like more expensive counter spells or card draw maybe. Reprieve isn't that good against us since all our spells are cheap. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, this hand is decent. We have an answer to a Doorkeeper Thrall slash Strict Proctor, which is nice. So if there's a Doorkeeper Thrall, they have 4 Strict Proctors, 2 Thralls, which is nice. Because Thrall doesn't actually stop Lotus Field, which they're running Lotus Fields as you saw by the Thespian stages. But we're just gonna go from Marionette here. And next turn I might just like go from Marionette and hold Phyrexian Tower so we can sack the Top Finder if they go for a Divine Purge, or I might just bring Lures to hand. Strict Proctor. Okay, yeah. So I'm definitely going to yoink the Strict Proctor, since I don't want them get down like a Flage or a Lotus Field or something like that. And I think I'll just sack it, deal them some damage, and I don't want to play out Marionette because that plays into Divine Purge, so I'm just gonna bring Lures to hand. Like, playing a Marionette is fine if they have like a Wrath of Skies or whatever, because it'll deal them a bunch of damage, but if they have Divine Purge specifically, it's really bad because I don't get the death triggers. Alright, so I think I'll just hit my opponent to 11, and then, so I could Phyrexian Tower to get down another Marionette and a Bombardment. I think I want to do that. A Johnny, I think I'll want to save. I think I just go from Marionette. I don't think they're dead here, right? Yeah, I mean, this is... Wait, hold on. Aren't they dead? Because this is 3, this is 3, this is 2, this is 1. Oh, that puts them to 1. Yeah, so I'm not quite dead. But, they're gonna be hard-pressed to actually come back from this, since if they Wrath, I just sack everything in response and then kill them with any number of things in my hand. And if they kill the Bombardment, I'll just sack everything. So yeah, I'll deal them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. 7, 8, 9. And then I will just attack them with the Hasty Johnny or like ping them with Marionette. It really doesn't matter. So yeah, that was a nice aggressive start from us. They just, I mean, the Clan of the Firstborn was really just excellent at letting us pressure, and we had the Marionettes plus the Bombardment, which was just too much for them to handle. They got off too slow of a start. I mean, they just didn't do anything on turn 3, right? Well, they evoked Meldrifter, which is the same thing, so we were able to pressure them because of that. Yeah, post board, I don't know. Miner seems, I mean, maybe I just cut down on the 4th Shambling Ghost. And I could bring in, like, second Red of Oblivion, maybe, on the draw. Because I can go 1 drop into kill Strike Proctor, or exile, like, a Flage, or a Nuldrift, or a Fairy, or a Rest in Peace. I have a number of, like, annoying permanents. And Shambling Ghast is just really kind of bad into control decks. Because it doesn't do much. Like, the treasure is fine, but not really where we want to be. So I'm pretty happy to board it out generally. Only issue is like I'm kind of low on 1 drops. Maybe I should have like boarded in another of the Goblin, I guess, if I'm boarding out so many 1 drops, but I think, I don't know. Really just like our deck lines up kind of poorly into the whole Jeskai control thing, because when they're not killing their creatures with Bombardment, and they have so many Wraths and stuff like that, like a lot of our just interactions and line up very well against them. The reason that like Boros is so good is we can just wipe their board with Bombardment, and then Jeskai control, like it's, you know, what are we doing? Ping down at carry. But it's really in the tank here with sideboarding, so we'll see what they come up with. I don't know if there's anything. I mean, it's open deck list, so they should be able to like know what they're doing with sideboarding, but I don't know what they're changing based on play draw, really. what they're in the tank for. Yeah, kind of unfortunate that they didn't want to draw. I mean, even if I win, like, it's still, a draw would have locked us for top 8 and probably, like, even given us good seating. And then if one of us loses, it's like 25 or 26 people playing. So if one of us loses and then loses again, it will be 3-2 and our breakers are bad. We could miss out on top 8. I think like a couple, like a quarter, a third of the 3-2s will make top 8. So like theoretically we started both 3-0, so our breakers should be excellent, but still. Doesn't really make a ton of sense, but it's fine. Breakers are weird. Like anything, really, like if all your opponents just lose in a round, your breakers can go up like 10 or 20% pretty easily. This hand is pretty good. It's a little awkward into a turn 2, into another creatures on turn 2, because we've got a Johnny and Juggernaut Peddler, but we'll just jam up Bombardment, and that should be fine. Really hoping not to see one, though. Yeah, that's nice. So I get in for 1. And then what is my opponent holding up? That's the question. So let's take a peek at their list. Could be a removal spell. It could be a reprieve. Actually, it's probably a reprieve, isn't it? But that's kind of fine. I guess I'll just play a Juggernaut Peddler. Because if it will resolve, and this is what I want to cast, Doorkeeper Thrall. Sure, that's fine too. That's also like the creature that I would rather cast into a Doorkeeper Thrall, because missing out on the ETB isn't as bad as like a Johnny missing out on the ETB. And this gives me bodies to kill the Doorkeeper Thrall next turn, which is nice. Yeah, I guess I probably should have thought of the Doorkeeper Thrall, but I think this is the line I want to take either way. No Rose Field? No Rose Field? Yeah, okay. That is suboptimal. I don't want to attack with the Unlucky Witness, because they'll just block the Strike Procker. I don't want to kill this. Actually, maybe I do want to kill the Strike Procker. But I don't want to attack with the... they'll just block if I attack with the Unlucky Witness, so I'll just attack the Juggernaut Peddler. Maybe they block. I would love to see them block. Oh, that's excellent. Oh, come on. Don't do me like that. I mean, I'll play the Bombardment for sure, and I'll play an Unlucky Witness. And now the question is, like, do I want to kill the Strict Proctor on my end step? So the upside is it stops a second Lotus Field, but it doesn't actually stop, like, a Flage or anything like that. What is the downside? I guess there's not much downside. I, like, reveal information about the Unlucky Witness, but I think I just want to do this. Thoughtseize is nice. Like to hit a land off this one or my draw step, ideally, yeah. And then there's the last ping. Okay, just really hoping to dodge something big like a Flage. They did semi-claim the Firstborn, so hopefully they'll be like more cautious doing that kind of thing. Teferi would also be kind of awkward. I mean, this is all just kind of awkward because of this Thrall. There's an argument to killing Thrall instead of Strict Procker because I can pay, but that just seems terrible, to be honest. You don't even have an untapped land. Like, we'll see what they've got. Would love for them to kill the Bombardment, because the second one is doing absolutely nothing until they do. If this is like a Swifter configuration, that would be excellent. Or a Wrath of Skies, would love to see that. I think those are their only answers. Well, they might have like a One of March, or they could tech out Teferi. Yes, love to see that, for sure. That actually lets us also like ping down the roll pretty easily if we so wish. Yep, there's the Flage. So what do we do? I guess I can Thoughtseize and then Deadly Dispute sack the Unlucky Witness. We're gonna be under a lot of pressure, but I don't really see a way around that. And Thoughtseizing seems like the best course of action, because playing a Johnny just seems terrible. So if they ping the Unlucky Witness, see what they do. Reprieve. Sure, well, I guess that saves us some life. Which is not nothing. Oh my god, we just need a Deadly Dispute. Or, not a Deadly Dispute, we just need to claim the Firstborn. Or, like, whatever exile removal spells. Let's see where they go with this. I mean, probably the Unlucky Witness, right? Yeah. Because it just prevents us from jumping, so it doesn't really make sense not to. We'll sack it. So we're going to 11 and then 4. So we really need to answer the Flage. They don't have that many hard counters, at least, which is going to be extremely helpful if we actually find a Claim the Firstborn. Nope. Okay, I mean, I do have a decent number of them, right? Like, I have... Yeah. Are we just dead here? I mean, I have 3 claims and 2 Rite of Oblivions. I mean, I can ping down the Thrall, I suppose. Bombardment. But then my lands are painful. I mean, I could play a creature. Yeah, I could play a Marionette, stack it to Deadly Dispute. Or, actually, I just Deadly Dispute the Treasure. That's probably the best line. Because if I find a claim, then I can Village Rights. Yeah, we're just dead. Well, that was kind of unfortunate. It is what it is. Hopefully I can draw next round. So I was successfully able to obtain a draw in round 5 to get me into round 6, and now I'm starting off top 8 with a mulligan. And I'm playing against Banver, which is a pretty good player on Jeskai Control. He had to mull the 0-lander, and this hand is fine. Obviously, one land isn't ideal, but we have some looks to draw into a second one. So yeah, let's go ahead and keep. I think we bottom a Deadly Dispute, right? Because we go turn 1 Forsaken Miner, turn 2 either Village Rights or Deadly Dispute. I think, yeah. Opponent's also on a mulligan. This Jeskai Control is still a lot more stock. They got 2 Tefts, some clean, Plages, Snaps, Tamios, the energy card, Galvanic Discharge, and Invert Polarity, and Wrath of Skies, and all of these. Tune the Narrative. Okay, Land of Nice. So what do they have in terms of interaction and Wraths? This is a real big question. I mean, they've got a bunch of like Galvanic Discharges and stuff. In terms of 2-minute counters, it's 2 normalized, 2 more reprieve. 2 reprieve, 2 spell snare. So that's interesting. They have no creatures where I think this claim might be solid, but I don't know. I don't really want to run out the Ajani because it gets got by normalized reprieve and spell snare. Kind of want to like dispute on their end step. They could also have a Kaleem here or something like that. I just want to let them spend their mana. And if they in the narrative, then I'll just respond by Deadly Dispute. Because I really want this Deadly Dispute to resolve. So I can get things going and I can commit crimes pretty easily to get the Forsaken Miner back. So I think it's nice to just get some value here. So now I'm probably just supposed to jam the Ajani. No shock in the Godless Shrine, so I can have red up, so I can get the Trap Finder down as well, and then I'll have a Village Rights up. Yeah, Normalize is fine. I'm mostly just happy to not see Invert Polarity. I'm like less aggressive in playing around it because I know my opponent only has 2. But that is a good reason not to play the Ajani there, to be fair. Alright, I think I just get in for 1 with the Trap Finder. I think that's gonna be fine. And then I could just play a tap land and pass. I could bring Lurrus to hand, but I think I'd rather just have both Deadly Dispute and Village Rights up. Because I'm gonna Village Rights the Trap Finder and then the Deadly Dispute the Treasure. And I don't know, maybe these things get countered, but the thing is like it's not a blowout. It's not a blowout because like all my creatures are replacing themselves, and it looks like my opponent just has nothing. They don't have priority. That's really strange to me because I have so many cards in hand. But I mean, I'll take it. I won't look a gift horse in the mouth, I suppose. Go ahead and get in here for 1, I think. And then I'm gonna go ahead and play the Phyrexian Tower so that I can pay for Normalize and just play a Bombardment. Oh, shoot, that was a mistap. I can't get the Marionette down without sacrificing the treasure now. Though honestly, that's actually just fine because I'll sack the Unlucky Witness. Oh, and I get a Marionette. Perfect. And then, yeah, I will put the Shambling Gas. Stacking the treasure with a Marionette is fine anyway. And I'll pass. Like, if my opponent goes to Rat here, then I just sack the Shambling Gas, make treasure, sack the Sunbaked Canyon, do that kind of stuff. What kind of Wraths do they have? I mean, they have the 4 Wraths guys, is it, I think. Wraths guys would be fine here. I'd deal them some damage. Yeah, there's the Wrath. Interesting they're keeping up a mana. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, Shambling Ghast. And this is fine, I'll get in some damage. I lose the Bombardment, but I don't want to get the Miner back, I don't think. Just straight into the Wrath doesn't make sense. But I'll suck this Sunbaked Canyon here, draw some more cards, and then ping them for 3. And I've got like whatever threats they could play covered for the most part because I have them first burn for small creatures plus attack outlet and right oblivion for bigger creatures. I think what I want to do here is probably just play the Marionette and bring Luris to hand. Yeah, opponent's on 7. That's not a very high life total, and if they ever escape a Flage, I'm gonna get them pretty good. Yeah, I mean I guess I'll top the Phyrexian Tower. Doesn't really matter. What is this? Spell Snare, sure. Sure. That's fine. Luris to hand. I mean, if Luris gets countered, things are looking a little sketchy because I've just kind of run out of cards that do anything. I mean, I want to play around Normalize. I could just do nothing. That seems so terrible. I think I'll just play the Luris. I'll leave up a Phyrexian Tower in case they have. Why should I be leaving up Phyrexian Tower? What am I gonna get back? No, I do want to keep a Phyrexian Tower, I think. I mean, this probably gets countered, but it doesn't get normalized or no, yeah, actually, they don't actually have that many counters that kills it. That kill it. I could get back. I could cast Bombardment. That's reasonable, but I don't have any creatures, so I don't love that. I get back Unlucky Witness, but have it down my end step and draw some cards. Seems alright. You get back Marionette, but it's not like close enough to killing them where I really want to do that. I think I'm best off just trying to draw some cards. I think I go for Unlucky Witness. I mean, I would be shocked if Luris doesn't die here. Like, flabbergasted, but that's kind of the reasoning. Yeah. Yeah, Manic Discharge. I mean, this is still like a fine spot, depending on what I hit off the Unlucky Witness. I'm flooding out a bit, but it is what it is. One thing is this deck is kind of prone to flooding sometimes. Because, I mean, I want 22 land because I have so many, like, value engines and stuff, and I want the 2 Phyrexian Towers, but it can lead to some awkward draws sometimes. I mean, I guess we found a Trap Finder, that's not the worst. Tameo. I mean, I can actually just claim the Tameo, yeah. I think I will do that. Get back a Forsaken Miner to get some beats going as well. I can still answer anything with Red of Oblivion, but, you know, I think if I had a Flage, they would have played it already. At least, the front side. Alright, and I'll just get in. We'll see if, I'm successful in this endeavor. So when this flips, it transforms into under control, so I don't want that to happen. I'm just gonna go ahead and Village Rites it. For some nice value, unless it gets countered, of course. Normalize? I mean, yeah, I'll pay for the Normalize, sure. Oh, this is gonna make it so that I can't actually play the Trap Finder, I suppose. But I didn't want a Legend Duel Effects Tower. I mean, I could just sack the Forsaken Miner. Am I supposed to? Honestly, probably. Because playing a land from exile is, like, not an upside at all. So, play the Trap Finder and pass. Opponent's still doing nothing. I mean, I feel a lot better about this because of Rite of Oblivion being able to answer, like, a Teferi or a Kaleem or whatever. Snapcaster for Flame of Endor, probably. Or, I mean, yeah. But, like, destroy target artifact, draw 2 cards, sure, they kill the clue. That's fine. Oh, no, I don't like that at all. I mean, no, you're supposed to kill the clue. I'm pretty certain of that. I think that was almost certainly a misstep. It just doesn't make sense to make that play, I think. I think what I'm gonna do here, go for a Trap Finder and sack it. Because there are, like, certain hits that would be really good. Like a Marionette, for example. Because we can get some damage in here. And I'm gonna go ahead and sack the clue for a damage already. And then we'll see if they kill the Marionette, because if they do, then it opens up some lines with the Johnny, maybe. Issue is the Johnny will get sacrificed even if I turn him into a Planeswalker. Talent Clearing isn't my favorite. We're missing a red permanent here. Yeah, that's fine. So, do I want to attack? I don't want to just attack with the Ajani, right? Because, well, I could just Fatal Push the Snapcaster. Flipping it doesn't actually matter. Yeah, no, I will just attack. I could turn this Fatal Push into 1 damage, but I don't think that's that good. Because they do have a number of creatures. They let it through. That's surprising to me. I think I'll just Rite of Oblivion. Like, in Rite of Oblivion, flip the Ajani, make a cat, but might as well just sack the cat, right? Like, there isn't any reason to not do that. Because the Ajani will get sacrificed even as a Planeswalker. Oh, and yeah, I guess that was a crime, but I don't get the thing back. No, maybe I was supposed to just... Actually, no, I think that was incorrect. I keep forgetting about the minor, but I think I was supposed to Fatal Push the Snapcaster instead and get it back. Should be fine, though. Yeah, I'm getting wrapped anyway. How would you not block with the Snapcaster if you had a Wrath? That I don't get. I think maybe if you had another Flame of Lenore, that would be what makes the most sense. Claim of Firstborn actually could be relevant. Don't have anything to Rite of Oblivion, so we're just gonna go ahead and pass. And yeah, if they ever, like, play a permanent, we can, even if they just have the treasure from the Shambling Gas, doesn't even matter. Kill the Phyrexian Tower, luckily we have a second one. We don't have any basics, but that doesn't really matter. It's not like Field of Ruin is going to be that much of a factor unless we're, like, really mana screwed. They only have 1 Field of Ruin anyway. For the control matchup to blow up MDFCs, I would assume, like, all the Storm Giants or whatever. Cyclo's Rock and Chime, that's fine. I mean, if we could get to attack, that would be nice. I would be surprised if that was the case. Hall of Storm Giants is actually kind of an issue. Though we can Fatal Push it, right? Yeah, so that's actually not that bad. Oh boy, just more lands, huh? I mean, we have gone through a lot of our deck, but we've also drawn a number of lands. Yeah, let's just pass. We're not even one shot to the Hall, which is nice. What you got? Really hoping to not see a Flage. I mean, kind of am, kind of aren't, because if they escape it, we can claim it, but if they don't, it's like life gain, and they know I have claimed the Firstborns. Interesting. So I could play a Johnny, claim the Firstborn the cat. They have to kill the cat, and then a Johnny flips. Seems reasonable to me. This might just get invert polarity, to be fair, but reprieve, sure, that's fine. Let me play the Phyrexian Tower out. Johnny? Are we good with the Johnny now? Sink it to Duper. Sure. Still can't get normalized. Yep, we're good with it, alright. So now let's just haste up the cat. It's a cute little application of Claim the Firstborn. It just gives a creature you control haste when you need it, too. Would not be shocked to see the cat die here, but then a Johnny flips, we make another cat, we got a Planeswalker going. Galvanic Discharge on the Johnny. So, pretty sure if I flip a Johnny, yeah, I'll flip a Johnny, and then this no longer works. Yeah, this is nice. So I'll just make a cat, and yeah, I can get in. Basically, I'm worried about dying to Hellstrom Giants if they kill the cat, but they can only put me to 1. Teferi, I mean, Teferi's good, but actually not that good, because I need to rip something off the top to stop my attackers, then I can just write up Oblivion it, and that's a crime. And they found Lage. Cool, and when I say cool, I mean uncool. That's gotta be one of their best draws. Well, we have a number of draws that kill them here. Be nice to find one of those. No, but Rite of Oblivion isn't bad, actually. Let's go face with these clowns, and then, I guess I will just flash back the Rite of Oblivion, sack the Shambling Ghast, get back my 2/2. And the second Rite of Oblivion means we can get through this Flage. They'll go to 5, and then to... I mean, it's probably killing a cat, so then they go to 3 again. We're just, like, playing this waiting game still. I mean, this is kind of awkward. Wait, no, they can't kill the cat, because I can just sack it to Phyrexian Tower. Oh, that's kind of huge. They might not realize. Yeah, okay, yeah. They're good players, yeah. They're a good player. Not surprising. Oh, Unlucky Witness. That's a nice one. That gives us something to sack to the Rite of Oblivion. I mean, Bombardment, Marionette, all these cards just win the game on the spot. It's a counterspell? Spell Snare? That's fine. Ooh, a Johnny. Is a Johnny lethal? I think so, right? I Rite of Oblivion. Sacrifice cat. Exile a Johnny. Blade is gone. Put a counter on the cat. And that's 5. Alright, we got there. I don't know. I had a couple spots where I don't love how I played. If this was higher stakes, I probably wouldn't be commentating as much, but there's not actually that much money up for grabs, so thought I'd make some content. Let's see. I mean, I definitely want to cut my fatal pushes and keep my claims like before. I honestly might even want to port in a claim. What's in their sideboard? Chandra, Disruptor, Fluid, Divine Purge, Veto, Ending, Rest in Peace. Yeah, so I want to keep my Rite of Oblivions for sure. I'm gonna cut all my Shambling Ghast. I'm gonna cut a Trap Finder and a Forsaken Miner gets a lot worse. I mean, it was good there. No, maybe it's actually reasonable. They'll have more exile, though. There's just nothing else I want to cut. No, I'll keep the mana. I'll cut a Trap Finder, I think. Claim just is good into Flage, Tameo, what other card? No, maybe I just want one claim. Because they're gonna be playing around it. And I'll have less access to sack outlets. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if they boarded out Flage because of claim. Okay, yeah, I'll keep the Trap Finders. Maybe I was supposed to board in first because of Flage? I don't know. Give me good cards in the sideboard. Maybe I should like start specializing more of the sideboard. Because I have like too many cards to board in a lot of matchups, so I can like cut a couple of them for like more specific niche sideboard cards. Like as opposed to like as opposed to like cards that are Bs in a lot of matchups, cards that are like As in a couple. Because I've already got plenty of cards to board. And this hand's fine. I mean, I'm never mulliganing like lands and spells like this. Tameo. Yeah, Tameo's kind of annoying. Good reason to keep in claim, but what are you gonna do? Hopefully they don't have like double tune the narrative or something here. No, just a top Arena of Glory. You just play the Peddler. I feel like anything I do is gonna get spell snared. I don't want to get spell snared. I mean, probably the Peddler, to be honest. That's fine. What's going on here? This is a land, so I would assume that Flame of Nora is like the best card here. I'll just take it. Makes it more difficult for them to flip Tameo. They're gonna reprieve my play. It's really annoying that my hand is all 2-drops, because then it's just really awkward. Sure, they Galvanic Discharge, that's fine. Makes sense because of Deadly Dispute to main phase it, but we need to make them spend their mana, or they're gonna just like track clues, and that's not good. Yeah, I'm just gonna play a Johnny. And then next turn, I can like try to kill Tameo with Rite of Oblivion. But it doesn't even matter. If Tameo flips the first turn, I can just Rite of Oblivion, because the tick-up doesn't actually do anything. So I think that is fine. What am I gonna do here? Maybe just like a Johnny and pass? I don't want to get my bombardment countered is the thing. A Johnny, let's see what they do here. Yeah, I'll just pass. I'll just pass with Dispute up. And, I mean, it doesn't seem like they have Spell Snare. So, or at least didn't have it. So now I'll flip the Ajani, and they can't really attack it. Could see the Ajani die here, but even if I just, like, resolve the Deadly Dispute, that's a nice 2-for-1 for me. Yeah. Honestly, I'm, like, not even that worried about the Tameo is the thing. Because they're missing land drops, so the clues are not actually that effective. And flipping Tameo is not going to accomplish a ton. And they have a second Tameo, so I don't even, like, really want to fight over it too much. Yeah, I'm hitting my land drops. That part is nice. I want to shock in the land in case I end up casting a Dispute or playing around a Normalize or something. Spell Snare, sure. Go for an Ajani. And, I mean, I'll sack the treasure. It's not actually that important. Do I get to flip it now? I can flip the Ajani. Yeah, they crack a clue, so... Yeah, this works. I mean, they can still Galvanic Discharge it, but that's still, like, a decent trade for me. I don't wanna take up. Well, it would save it from a Flage? Flage or, I guess Galvanic Discharge killing it no matter what, so I might as well just make it 2-2. Maybe I'm supposed to play out the Unlucky Witness to deal them too, but I don't know. I think I'd rather hold on to my treasure. It's worse if they have like a... I guess they don't really want a rat, huh? Are they flipping Tameo? If they're flipping Tameo, then I'm winning this game. Flame of Anor, sure. I meant if they flip Tameo by just sacking clues. Obviously, like, this is not a bad play by any means. Yeah, let's see what they've got going on. Second Tameo, maybe? Yeah. Alright, so what do I want to do here? I want to get down Juggernaut Peddler and Unlucky Witness, kill the Tameo, and then Rite of Oblivion the Tameo. Fine to me. And then I want to hit a land off the Unlucky Witness, or... Oh, just Wrath the Skies. I want to hit a land off Unlucky Witness, but if I don't, then hopefully a 1-drop and it'll just play it. Oh wait, I did the completely wrong thing. I meant to cast Rite of Oblivion. What am I doing? Wow, that's bad. Okay, this is still okay. I'm just too distracted with talking. Oh dear. It's fine. I'll play the Forsaken Miner and sack it. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? That's really suboptimal. Should still be fine, but it's gonna cost me some damage and tempo. Bro, I am too busy yapping and not busy enough thinking. What am I doing? Still think I like my spot here, but damn. Having the second bombardment is actually not bad here. Because they have a lot of ways to kill it. What am I cooking? I mean, next turn I'll have the Forsaken Miner bombardment thing going so I can machine gun a bunch of stuff down. Oh, Divine Purge. Well, I'll, Do I want to just ping the Tameo? Yeah, I think I want to ping the Tameo, right? Because I'll replay Juggernaut Peddler, make an Ajani that's 2 damage coming at Tameo 3, so I can sack 1 creature to kill it. Yeah, I think I like that. I can finish it off with the Forsaken Miner if I so wish, and they hit their own treasure, which is nice for me. Yeah, so Juggernaut Peddler. Oh, and this commits a crime even, so I'll get back the Miner to kill the Tameo. Yeah, that's perfect, actually. Guess I'll exile Juggernaut Peddler, why not? Cat. Tameo. So that's Tameo down. And then I want to just sack that Forsaken Miner and try to hit my land drop. Nice. Alright, yeah, still feeling pretty good about my position. All lands in hand except one unknown. Gotta keep track of that with the Juggernaut Peddler, because you don't actually see the lands, but then you don't know which cards are non-lands and which aren't. But they've only drawn 1 card since, and it was a Snapcaster, which is probably one of the better draws in their deck, which, you know, they're gonna Galvanic Discharge the Ajani probably, if I had to guess. It's that or Flame of Anor, but I don't love... okay, if they target Flame of Anor, I'm killing the Snapcaster in response, so that would be terrible. Yeah, Galvanic Discharge, they figured it out. They could... Yeah. I mean, I have some ways to recur it, and this isn't the biggest deal ever. Wait, I wonder if they're dead. I mean, if they just slam a Juggernaut Peddler, then... Oh, what about a hasty Juggernaut Peddler? They could do that. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Fair enough. Alright, let's think about this. So I get that Apprentice down, so every creature is 2 damage. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think they're dead. Well, that being said, I will still block and sack. I think I can ping down the snap so that the Peddler can attack, and that's another 2 damage. But yeah, I think this should be lethal, right? Get in with the Peddler. So I play the Marionette. So let's see. I can get back the Forsaken Miner 5 times with my 5 mana. Well, 4 times. Actually, yeah, hold on. I'll play the Unlucky Witness with the only land that can't get back the Miner and see if I can hit something that'll make this even easier. But let me get back the Miner. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not quite. I wonder if I don't block. The issue is I had a red land, so I would need to draw a red creature to have lethal there, which is so blocking was definitely the line. So I think I can like just... Oh wait, no, I get to... Oh, I already attacked. Never mind. Good thing I didn't click end turn. Yeah, okay. I'll just thoughts use them. I'll just thoughts use them and pass. Yeah. Oh, am I dead to an escaped Flage? No, right? Or yeah, they have too many blue lands. They can't do that. All right, Rog and Triumph, and looks like we're heading on to the semis. Yeah, but Flage isn't gonna do it. I go to 3. Thank God I blocked the Juggernaut. And I mean, that's game, right? I don't see how they can get out of this. Don't accidentally go too low and like randomly die to auto top, bro. Just attack. And then, yeah. Jeskai Control, one of the upsides of this deck, I think, is that Jeskai Control is a better matchup than it is for Yogg. Because you just have like a lot of annoying permanents. Nice. All right, on to the semis. All right, on to the semis against AD, one of my patrons, actually. They're running a list pretty similar to the Abs and Yogg one that I posted. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. So this is gonna be tricky. I mean, Yogg, basically Bombardment makes this matchup pretty good for me, but if I don't find one, then things get way harder. Fortunately, I've got a Bombardment in hand, and let's see if they have any answers to it game one. They do not. Nova Seiju, no Haywire Might, nothing like that. So it seems that we are clear for takeoff, which I don't mind at all. And yeah, this Forsaken Miner is nice. I'm just gonna start pinging down everything I see. So I'm gonna go Trap Miner next turn, and then stack Forsaken Miner twice, probably kill the Ghoul Goose and whatever comes with it. Just want to keep my opponent off Convoking, off having enough creatures to do some damage with Yawgmoth. Almost is good. It takes a number of pings to kill. Another Goose. All right, goosing it up. Goosey goosey. I'll stop. Sorry, I'll stop. I mean, they're off to a fast start, to be fair. Convoke deck, pretty good at putting a lot of creatures into play, and without Mayhem Devil, answering all of them can be kind of tricky. The thing is, like, even once they get a Yogg down, it still makes comboing pretty tricky. Interesting. Avacyn's Pilgrim comes down. That's a little surprising. It's just another creature to go into the bus of Forsaken Miner, but Red Philippians, nice. It can answer Yawgmoth or a Young Wolf cleanly. I assume they don't block here. Yeah. And let's tap correctly and play a Trap Finder. Would be nice to find like a Johnny or something like that, or a Marionette. I'm definitely killing the Avacyn's Pilgrim, so let's just start with that. Found a Marionette. So what can Marionette do for me? Marionette is 2 pings, so I would have 4 pings. I could kill both geese, couldn't I? Right? Because this is 2, and then 1, 2. Yeah, I think I like killing both geese because it takes them off of white mana. Oh, small issue though, I just simply won't have any creatures in play. So I won't be able to restart it if I brick. So I can't do that. I think I just kill 1 goose with the miner. And then save the other one till next turn. Or save the marionette for next turn. Yeah, and I have another ping in the bank if I need it, but turning Young Wolf into 2/2 doesn't actually accomplish anything significant. Once there's a Yawgmoth in play, then pinging Young Wolf can come up, which we might see here, since that is Yawgmoth mana. All right. So we'll see what's up here. Didn't really want to ping down the Young Wolf, because I think what I'm going to do is probably just rid of ability in the Forsaken Miner. This is a Skeleton Rogue, so interesting if they block with... I'm interested to see if they block with Yawgmoth. Though, I could just... Actually, probably what I want to do is just... So I could play the Marionette and sack it to the Red Oblivion to kill Yawgmoth because it's going to die anyway. I could attack with Forsaken Miner, and if they block... I mean, they don't block. They never block. They block? I mean, here's the thing, right? If they do block, if they were going to block, then I would just Red Oblivion pre-combat, get the Miner back, play Marionette. Oh, you know what? I could play the Marionette pre-combat. No, but then if they do block... I think I just play the Marionette, because if they block, then I could just throw the Miner once, and that's fine. But I really want them not to block, because the damage marked on the Yawgmoth won't matter. But I feel like they will not. Or maybe like block and sack with Young Wolf. Yeah, that actually would make the most sense. Yeah. I think In which case, this play I think is good. Since they don't want to sack it and target my 1/1, because I'll just sack the 1/1. So yeah, they know that. They're a very good player from what I know, so. And now we're just gonna go ahead and trigger the Agma. Taken miner. Get the miner back. And we'll see, they can, what they do, what can they, what they can do is sacrifice the Gilded Goose targeting the Young Wolf. Issue is, then I will ping the Young Wolf, and then it'll have a damage mark on it, and then when the -1/- encounter comes on it, it'll just die. So that, I think, is not a line they want to take, most likely. They could just sack the Gilded Goose, which would be better, I think. Just draw a card, but then they're under a lot of pressure. I mean, they're already under a lot of pressure. They're gonna have less creatures. Yeah, I think they just let that resolve, which makes sense. And then I think I just want to ping down the goose. Do I even care about the goose? Kind of want to just ping down the wolf. Because goose isn't actually doing that much. They're not dead here, so. Yeah, I think I'll just ping down the wolf. Because the goose can't actually tap for mana, and if they're spending their turn making a food, that's way, way too slow. I'm very happy to see that. Whereas Young Wolf is a little threatening if they can get a Yogg going and attacks for more and blocks better. Obviously, it's Pilgrim. Sure, that's going straight under the bus. Let's see. I mean, this could be a Knight Errant, which would be good. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I wonder if they're dead here. I always just keep saying that. So, let's see. Chthonian Nightmare. Attack for Taken Miner. Get back Marionette. Ping them for 2. Ping them for 2 off of Miner once, Miner twice. So, I can put them to 1. But if I hit a land off the Unlucky Witness, then they're dead. So I think I'll go Unlucky Witness and then Chthonian Nightmare. And if I hit a land, then I got him. Maybe even if I don't, can't I attack? Well, no. That wouldn't work. Alright, so let's see. We hit a Shambling Ghast. Actually, Shambling Ghast works. Shambling Ghast does the trick because I can sack it and make a treasure, so it pays for itself. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 damage off the gas because of the treasure. And then that also pays for the Forsaken Miner once. So I'll attack the Miner. Get it back, ping up the treasure, GG. And yeah, game 1. I mean, as I said, bombardment is just busted and we were on the play, so you could just completely. I mean, they had a good draw, right? Like, they had a bunch of dorks into Yogg and Knight Errant, and it just didn't matter. So, what are we bringing in? This is kind of a tricky matchup to sideboard for, because they just have, like, all of our separate cards are good. Well, not all of them, but you get what I mean. Could bring in Surgical. That seems mediocre. I definitely want Brotherhood's End. Claim the Firstborn. Found to be mediocre. Like, trying to 1-for-1 their creatures, this doesn't really work, I think. I want, like, maybe, like, a couple of Juggernaut Peddlers and Thoughtseizes. How good is Surgical? I just don't think Surgical is very good, because it doesn't actually do anything against the first Yawgmoth. I can, like, Thoughtseize and Surgical and then still lose to Knight Errant. What are they bringing in? Haywire Might, Eldamri, Peddlers, Evoker, Scoo, Skyclave. Yeah, so like 1 Shambling Ghast, 2 Trap Finder. Maybe like a Chthonian Nightmare, because I'm not actually that good at grinding. Maybe like a Rite of Oblivion. I don't know, it's so difficult to decide for this matchup. I just have no clue what I should be doing, because all of these cards are good. I think Thoughtseize and Juggernaut Peddler are good, because they could just preemptively hit the payoffs. I think the answer to my sideboarding issues is simply just like put more polarized cards on my sideboard. Oh, this hand's great. You get to not use something. Ooh, Johnny into bombardment. This is going to be a quick game if I get to pull that off. Oh, I'm taking the rope line. I guess Thoughtseize is really good against rope line, right? Because you can preemptively stop that. Slows them down a ton. And I didn't see an answer to bombardment, which is nice. I'm gonna play a Johnny. So I'm gonna play a Johnny, and then next turn, I can. I mean, if they just go for like another marionette, I'll just ping down 1/1, flip the Johnny, kill a marionette, and then use unlucky winners to ping another 1/1 to take them off Convoke. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty good. No Knight Errant, please. That would be a really big issue. Okay. I got scared for a second when I saw them tapping mana, I'm not gonna lie. Let's just check on the Blood Crypt. And pinged in the Avacyn. Flip the Ajani. They get some triggers, that's fine. Well, that total isn't under that much pressure. Ping down a Marionette. And then on my end step, I'm gonna ping down A11. And then depending on what I hit off the witness, I might ping down another one. Yeah. I'm gonna have plenty of creatures, so I'll ping down another one. I don't really mind that my Johnny gets attacked for one. I just want to mitigate the risk of a Knight Errant of Eos, or I'm Court of Calling for something like a, like they theoretically could go like rope line, generate some creatures. Yeah. I think that's the correct line. They found a Yawgmoth. Yeah, that's not bad, but what I'm doing isn't bad either. Let's go for a Marionette. And this is going to be able to kill the Yawgmoth, and then their Port of Calling is going to be somewhat toothless. They could get like a Haywire might answer the bombardment, but still lose to the Ajani. And I still have this Lurrus as well if we get to a more grindy position. So I'm feeling excellent. They're in the tank here. I wonder what they're thinking about. Because their only action is sacrificing the Marionette. And targeting my Marionette seems mediocre. Here's the Unlucky Witness. So here's the issue, right? They can try to take me off 4 creatures for this Ajani by sacrificing the Marionette, but I'll simply sacrifice the creature they target, ping the Ajani, or ping the Yawgmoth, so they don't get the card draw and Yawgmoth still dies. So it's kind of just an untenable position for them at this point. Yeah, they just sack it to draw a card. Which I understand why, because they need action, but also like they're just so far behind here, man. Like, I think their best option is probably just like Court of Calling for a Haywire Might and kill the bombardment, and then attack for 5, and then hit them for 6 with the Ajani, and then bring Lurrus to hand and sack the Canopy, and I can recast. Well, I can't recast bombardment, but yeah, it's not looking good. Yeah. All right, on to the finals. Nice. Cheeky 2-0s. So I've 2-0'd every match except that one match that I lost 1-2. All right, finals time, and it is a rematch against the Jeskai control deck that I lost to in the Swiss, which I was really hoping not to have to face again, because I think it's really a not very good matchup, but here we are, I suppose. We'll do my best now. Yeah, I'm keeping this hand. So the upside of this hand is, I'll definitely play a Trap Finder because I can kill one of the Strict Proctor on 2, which is pretty important, and I can also jam a Bombardment into a counterspell, or some sort of disruption while having a second one, which is pretty powerful. I suppose I probably should have played the bombardment pre-combat in case they had the flash one, but they just didn't have priority. So I figured they didn't have anything, which is nice, you know, get a little tempo advantage here. And next turn, kind of depends what they do, but they don't do anything. I'm just playing Unlucky Witness. If they go for Wrath, I'll just sack both my creatures, get my cards back, bombardment down, and I have a second one, so I'm pretty resilient to that. This is assuming that they somehow make enough energy to kill the bombardment, which I'm actually just realizing they can't because they don't run the spell that makes energy, the cantrip, so they can't actually get to enough energy with Wrath of the Skies. But they could like Divine Purge me or whatever, which would actually just be terrible. I don't mind them tanking. Is this getting stifled? No? Oh, this is not a good start for them. Well, I don't mind that at all. Ooh, more Unlucky Witnesses. So this is good, because if I hadn't drawn the second Unlucky Witness, I'd be considering going for a Luris, just for to spend my mana. But given that I drew the second one, this basically forces them to Wrath. I would prefer not to see a Wrath of the Skies because it kills a bombardment. But if they go for like a Divine Purge or something, yeah. I'm just gonna sack all my creatures, get all my cards back, and kind of go crazy next turn. Which I think is good. But it really just forces them to go for the Wrath this turn, and then I get access to so many cards with 2 Unlucky Witnesses and the Trap Finder and my draw step. Oh, there's a Chthonian Nightmare. So yeah, we'll see what I can do. Huh. Well, I guess I'm playing the Chthonian Nightmare because I'm playing one of the Shock lands. And then Chthonian Nightmare is probably gonna get back. I'll probably just sack the Trap Finder. So let me play the Trap Finder and attack. And then, bit of a painful Chthonian Nightmare. I mean, the mana base of this deck is just painful. It's not really any way around that because you really need your colors all the time. Maybe there's like a way to make it a little less painful, but not significantly. Anyway, I don't leave my Chthonian Nightmare in play ever because it'll just get hit by Wrathless guys, which I am not a fan of. Marionette is nice, but I think I'll just play a tap land and pass. Will I? So what I could do, I play Marionette. No, I don't want to play Marionette because Marionette can like help me just kill him in a single turn, which seems good. And like, what are they gonna do here? Fairy? That's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty bad actually. I have this Rite of Oblivion, and they can counter with the Lotus Field, but then, well, I would rather they didn't actually. All right, so let me just play the Marionette, and we'll see if they do anything about this. Because I'm gonna deal them a bunch of damage this turn, at worst. I'm gonna go face. If I am able to kill the Teferi, then great. And even if I'm not, I still like think I can just burn them out through this Teferi. I think I can just ignore the Teferi. Let's go for the Teferi and tap properly, please. I'm not sacking this Unmade Canyon, so I would rather keep the Mana Confluence untapped. And I mean, I have some counter spells, but okay, the fact that that actually just worked is very good for me. So I'll play a second Marionette. If they have anything to say about this. No, they don't. Well, are they dead? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, they're not dead. But I will sack both of these for 3 damage right now. Just cash them in. And then I'll sack the Marionette that's going to die anyway and put them to like 4-ish, right? No, 3, right? Yeah. And then if they have a Flage, they have to go face, and then I can Rite of Oblivion it. Or just kill them from 6 with this Chthonian Nightmare. Chthonian Nightmare is a reason to not sack my whole board. I guess they're going to have a lot of mana. But I'm mostly just like thinking that they're pretty likely to have a Wrath here. And so I would rather sack my creatures before the second Marionette is gone. Because putting them to 3, like that's not a lot of life. Sure, Flage, but that's going to have to go face. Otherwise I'll just sack the Marionette. I mean, there is some merit to killing the Marionette, and then what, like stifle it? Like, what do they even do? If I don't draw a creature here, this is a kind of an awkward situation. But if their plan is to like stifle the Flage, then I'll just write up Oblivion, sacrificing the Bombardment. Nope, they just sack the Flage. I mean, worst case, I'm just bringing Lures to hand, and that's fine. How close are they to Flage? 2 more cards. Without like fetch lands or anything like that, not negligible. Oh, okay. Oh my god. They are dead to so much here. Most of the spells in my deck kill them. Literally, I think like any creature is almost guaranteed to kill them. Ugh. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna sack the Sunmake Canyon. Come on, 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 come on. Oh, there we go. That's it. Let's GG's. Game 1. Let's go. This matchup is hard. I'm very happy to take down game 1. Whew. All right, let's see. Maybe we can redeem ourselves after the Swiss match. So, Kroxa, Juggernaut Peddler, Thoughtseize. I accidentally clicked on something. Take out the Fatal Pushes. Take out the Shambling Ghasts. Take out what is in their sideboard? So take out like 2 Trap Finders maybe. Claim the first one is good in this matchup. They're gonna have Rest in Pieces, so I don't want to cut the Red of Oblivions. Maybe I go down the Forsaken Miner. They're really good at answering Bombardment, so I think, yeah, I think I like how this looks. I could like cut a Village Rites for Trap Finder, but being able to like claim on 2 and sack it actually seems pretty important. Yeah, I like how this looks. Like I could bring in Hers to stop Flage, but half the time Flage doesn't even touch in the graveyard, so I think I like this. Let's see if we can do it. Alright, this hand is fine. And it's pretty good, actually. Issue is, it's kind of soft. Never mind. I was gonna say it's kind of soft to one of the creatures, but I mean, I guess they will get a Lotus Field. They will have the ability to get a Lotus Field going if they have it, unfortunately. So close. So yeah, I think I'll just play the Bombardment and pass. And if I draw a land, then I can go claim into Dispute. If I don't, then I can just still claim it. And then probably like sack the Witness to look for a land or something. Okay, no Lotus Field is really, really good. That's big. That is huge. And no Flage because I don't have red mana. Would prefer to not see a Null Drifter, but that's not going to be an issue because they're exiling the Bombardment, which is good because I have a second one. It's getting me a Trap Finder. So this does mean I'm gonna need to get a land. Okay, there was an argument to sacrificing Unlucky Witness, but never punished. So let's see. I'm just gonna claim the Strict Procker and see what they do about this. Nothing. I'd love to see that. And then I think I'll just cast the Deadly Dispute. Because when they have so many ways to kill Bombardment, the first copy I was pretty fast and loose with because I have a second one, but the second one, I want to play it when I want to like immediately sack creatures. And Deadly Dispute is a card that I want Resolve because it's, you know, it's 2 cards, it's good. And so now I think I actually like really like the spot. I'm gonna attack for some damage. Let's see if they want to flash in the 1/2. They don't. So I'll go for a Juggernaut Peddler and see what they've got going on. And depending on their hand, I can... I mean, maybe I should have like tapped differently so that I could get down the Bombardment if I wanted to. But I think if I did that, I'd be sacrificing something to Phyrexian Tower anyway, so I'd be sacking the treasure. And if I don't want to play anything, then I take a bunch of damage for no reason. Let's see what they got. I mean, Consigned Memory. Sure. That's totally fine. Oh, I don't want to play anything now. Maybe I'll like sack the Trap Finder to put Luris in hand? Because here's the thing, right? If they have a whatchamacallit, Divine Purge, then playing out Marionette is really bad. If they have a Wrath of Skies, then playing out Marionette and Bombardment is bad, because they'll take a bunch of damage, but my whole board will be gone. Like, I'll be just down to nothing. And one of the issues with playing Marionette into Divine Purge, I won't be able to get the death triggers. So I think I just want to spend my mana, and I don't mind killing the Trap Finder now, because unlike Unlucky Witness, I won't lose the cards, and then I'll just bring Loris to hand and pass. And so they're still under some pressure. It's extremely awkward for them to go to it for it to fairy. It does not seem like they. Yeah, those are red mana. Maybe they're going to go for like a Flage or something. But I have this Rite of Oblivion, so I have everything like that covered. So I'm like really not in a rush. Like I am just vibing. I have more cards, more mana, more pressure. They're gonna need something pretty good here. So yeah, Flage is not even that good here. Like, sure, you kill the Juggernaut Peddler, that's your whole turn. Congrats. And then they're pretty far away from escaping because they need 2 more cards and a red source. And even if they do, then I'm still just gonna be totally fine exiling it with Red Oblivion. What do they have here for 1 mana? This smells like a Fragment Reality, so I don't want to go for the Bombardment. So I think instead what I'll do, I think I want to go for a Phyrexian Tower Second Unlucky Witness before going for the Marionette, because could hit something off the Witness that I want to cast. Or not. But I'll go for a Marionette here. And make a 1/1. And then I honestly think I just pass. Yeah, playing out the second Marionette, it's just so bad if they have a Divine Purge. And they're just slowly kind of... I don't know, I'm a little worried right now that I'm not pressuring them enough. But like plays like these, where they're just spending their mana really awkwardly, I like a lot. So now if they Divine Purge, that's kind of awkward. But okay, they're doing nothing. Do I want to sack the Silent Clearing? Kinda. I have like plenty of mana here. The issue is not that I'm like choked on mana, more so that I just don't want to like make too many plays. Hit them for 3. And then I think, so what do I do here? I could play the Ajani, sack it, flip it. That's bad into an escaped Flage. I could just play Marionette. I think I want to play Marionette instead. And then sack an Unlucky Witness. I have no idea what they have. Clearly they're mana screwed, so maybe they just have like 5 drops in hand and stuff. Reprieve. Reprieve is fine. So yeah, they're red source off the Flage now, so I do need to be aware of that. I think I do the same thing where I'll sack it to Phyrexian Tower in case I hit something and then play the Marionette. And I hit a Bombardment. Interesting. So I'm going to play the Marionette first because I'm going to sack a treasure to play the Bombardment. And this is good because they need to deal with the Bombardment, but I just have another one. What are the odds that they're just dead if they go Pro Flage on their turn? And there's like infinite things that they can have, so trying to figure out if they're dead or not is like kind of useless. Like they could just reprieve this and... But if they go like killing the Marionette, sure. Oh, but see, this is just such a bad play for them because I'm still getting so much value, and now with the Bombardment out, it's not even like that you can sweep it cleanly. So what, they go for a Flage, hit me in my face, because if they hit a creature, then I'll just sack it, deny them life, then attack them, then go like Luris, replay... Oh, I guess no, they're both exiled, which is nice for them, so I can't replay them with Luris. March? I suppose I'll just let that happen, actually. Have another Bombardment in hand. And I can probably just kill them with the Ajani at this point. I don't want to sack things because I would rather attack. I already have a sack out in Phyrexian Tower. They can't have a Wrath this turn. And yeah, basically I just want to attack them. So yeah, Flage is coming next turn. But what can they have for 1 mana? They already cast their March. They already cast 2 Fragment Realities, 3 Fragment Realities, so probably not one of those. And so other than that, like basically nothing. Let me see if they have priority. Let me priority check them. Actually, hold on. Do I want to sack the Trapfinder pre-combat? Let me play a Bombardment. I sack the Trapfinder pre-combat in case I hit a full haste creature that attacks for more than 1. That attacks for exactly 1. But yeah, now they're dead. Now they are dead because I can flip the Ajani and hit them for a bunch of damage, and then even just do it again. Oh, I'm so stupid. I sacked the Ajani. Luckily, it doesn't matter. Luckily, it actually isn't even close to mattering, because even without flipping the Ajani, I have enough creatures to kill them. But yeah, this is game. So yeah, wait. So literally, the only games I lost were to this player. I went 1-2 against them in the Swiss, and other than that, I 2-0'd every single match I played, which was 6, right? Because I played 3 in the Swiss that I won, and then quarters, semis, finals. Played against some solid players, Fanver and AD, I know, and that was a difficult matchup, but I made it look pretty easy there. I'm not gonna lie. Opponent had some awkward draws, but still. All right, that's gonna do it for the video. So managed to take down the finals and myself a bit of cash and also a bit of clickbait, which I do not mind at all. Those were some interesting matches. Not the most difficult opponents the entire time, like the monogreen opponent that was just playing a Pioneer deck, But I played against some players I recognized, some people in my Discord. Very enjoyable experience, and obviously I like winning. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment about really anything. Also, I'm offering coaching, as I mentioned in the intro, link in the description to my Patreon where you can find it. And if you're looking to get ready for the qualifier weekend, maybe playing this deck or another combo deck, which is what I generally specialize in, so any other deck, also I will be happily to coach you. I just kind of have more of an expertise over other people with specifically combo decks and sack decks like these. But if you're looking to play these decks, then let me know. And uh, yeah, if you want even more sessions, more than like once, then I'll do it for even less. So yeah, check that out in the description. And yeah, that'll do it for the video. So I will see you in the next one. Bye.